The headlines of this hour on VTV News. Vietnam suggests reforming multilateralism at Francophone Summit. And later on, nationwide initiative aims to eliminate temporary and dilapidated houses within 450 days.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Good morning. It is currently 8 a.m. local time, and you're tuning in to 15 minutes of VTV News. I'm Lidin Lei with the latest updates. Now, Vietnamese Party General Secretary and State President Tô stressed the need to modernize the multilateral system to address global challenges at the 19th Francophonie Summit in Paris on October the 5th. Addressing a session on reformed multilateralism, he underscored the importance of aligning it with major transformation processes, particularly digital transformation and green transition. He urged the Francophone community to adapt to this trend by supporting its members in enhancing their technological capabilities, developing clean energy, and achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. To improve the effectiveness of multilateral institutions, including the International Organization of La Francophonie, or OIF, the Vietnamese leader suggested the organization innovate to focus more on members' priorities, especially regarding economic cooperation and coordination in implementing documents adopted at the recent UN Summit of the Future. Furthermore, he called on the OIF to continue promoting people-to-people exchanges and cultural and educational initiatives through the French language, aiming to preserve this beautiful language that connects Francophone members and disseminates the results of the organization's cooperation to all citizens. Vietnamese General Secretary and State President Tô met King Norodom Siamon of Cambodia on the sidelines of the 19th Francophonie Summit in Paris, France on October the 5th. Tô congratulated Cambodia on its significant achievements over the past 20 years under the King's reign. He also commended Cambodia for being chosen to host the 20th Francophonie Summit in 2026. The Vietnamese leader assured that Vietnam would continue to coordinate with Cambodia and Laos to strengthen their trilateral cooperation, making it more substantial and effective to meet the practical needs of all three countries. In response, King Norodom Siamon conveyed the Queen Mother's regards to the Vietnamese leaders and thanked Vietnam for its unwavering support and trust in Cambodia's socio-economic, cultural, educational, and scientific development. Party General Secretary and State President Tô attended the Francophone Economic Forum's award ceremony on Saturday, which honored businesses that have made positive contributions to the Francophone bloc. More details in the following.
This year's award was given to two enterprises, a fashion company from Madagascar and FPT from Vietnam. Party General Secretary and State President affirmed that Vietnamese enterprises receiving the award once again showed Vietnam's active role in the Francophone community. The Vietnamese leader expressed hope that these companies would continue to provide advanced technologies and products, serve as a bridge, and support enterprises in the Francophone bloc. This collaboration aims to make Vietnam an attractive destination for new technologies, particularly in areas such as artificial intelligence, digital transformation, green transformation, automotive technology, and semiconductors.
During a meeting with the General Director of Global Commercial at Airbus Group, Party General Secretary and State President proposed that Airbus Group promptly research and invest in component manufacturing facilities in Vietnam. He encouraged the group to participate in developing Vietnam's aviation industrial ecosystem and to support French enterprises in increasing their investment in Vietnam's supporting industries, focusing on innovation and technology transfer. Airbus Group leaders confirmed their ongoing cooperation with Vietjet to supply A350 aircraft and upgrade Vietnam Airlines' fleet. They also expressed interest in implementing projects related to space technology, helicopters, and aircraft component manufacturing in Vietnam. In a meeting with the Director of International and Public Affairs of Safran Group, Vietnam's top leader stated that the country has issued a master plan for developing international airports and seaports. Vietnam aims to complete a database system on energy use and fuel consumption for aviation enterprises by 2030.
As part of his official visit to France, Party General Secretary and State President Tô Lâm visited several cities on Sunday afternoon Vietnam time, where the late President Ho Chi Minh lived and worked during his early years in France. More on this in the following.
During a meeting with Edouard Philippe, former Prime Minister and current Mayor of Le Havre, Party General Secretary and State President Tô Lâm highlighted Le Havre's significance in President Ho Chi Minh's revolutionary journey and suggested strengthening cooperation in seaport development, maritime transport, marine environment protection, and maritime technology. Mayor Philippe expressed hope for continued effective collaboration between the two sides, focusing on projects that align with each region's potential and strengths. In Montreal, Party General Secretary and State President Tô Lâm laid a wreath for President Ho Chi Minh and expressed gratitude to the city for dedicating and maintaining a solemn memorial space. Montreal's Mayor, Patrice Bassac, emphasized that this visit strongly affirms the friendship between the Vietnamese and French people. In the city of Saint-Adresse, where President Ho Chi Minh resided for about a month in 1911, the city government has decided to install a memorial plaque bearing his name in front of the house where he lived.
I am deeply moved by the decision of Saint-Adresse's government. Through ups and downs, the relationship between our countries has been consolidated and developed. Vietnam is deeply grateful to previous generations who have continuously fostered the relationship between our two nations, especially President Ho Chi Minh. His time in France perhaps gave Vietnam an opportunity to better connect with the French people based on shared values of peace, freedom, and solidarity, fighting against oppression.
On this occasion, the Vietnamese top leader reaffirmed that Vietnam considers France a leading European partner and remains committed to deepening the strategic partnership between the two countries.
Also on the same day, Party General Secretary and State President Tô Lâm met with the Vietnamese community in France on October the 5th, local time. He emphasized that the party and state deeply value the contributions of generations of overseas Vietnamese in France and the Association of Vietnamese in France to their homeland. He praised their pivotal and dynamic role in Europe in uniting and supporting the community and preserving the Vietnamese language and cultural identity. He urged the embassy to continue excelling in community work and citizen protection, helping the community integrate well into French society while maintaining their cultural roots. The leader also encouraged them to serve as a bridge between Vietnam and other countries, thus contributing to Vietnam's development. Welcome back to VTV News Live. Now, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh attended the program on Saturday to launch and respond to a 10-day initiative aimed at eliminating temporary and dilapidated houses nationwide, themed Warm Home for My People. Politburo member and standing member of the Secretariat, Lương Cường, was also in attendance. The program was organized by the government and the Central Committee Presidium of the Vietnam Fatherland Front and produced by Vietnam Television.
Speaking at the program, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh emphasized the clarity of the party and state's policies and guidelines. Do not sacrifice fairness, social progress, social security, and the environment to pursue mere growth. Do everything to make people's lives increasingly prosperous and happy. implementing the party's major policies and the people's conclusions. On April 13th in Dabak District, Hoa Binh Province, the Prime Minister, together with the chairman of the Central Committee of the Vietnam Fatherland Front, launched the emulation movement. The whole country joins hands to eliminate temporary and dilapidated houses nationwide in 2025. This movement aligns well with the country's current situation. Immediately after its launch, it received enthusiastic support from the whole country and compatriots at home and abroad, bringing practical results to the poor.
On behalf of the party and state leaders, I sincerely thank the people nationwide, ministries, branches, and localities for their noble gestures and important contributions to this emulation movement of profound humanitarian significance. With only about 450 days left until the end of 2025 to achieve our goal of eliminating all temporary and dilapidated houses, we face an enormous task. This requires us to be more determined if we're already determined, to make greater efforts if we're already trying, and to be even more effective if we're already effective. The entire political system and business community nationwide must make greater breakthroughs to swiftly complete this goal of eliminating all temporary and dilapidated houses, especially in remote areas, border regions, and islands. In our era of national development, no one will be left behind.
The Prime Minister also noted the importance of strengthening inspection and supervision during the process of eliminating temporary and dilapidated houses. This oversight is crucial to prevent any negativity or corruption from tainting this meaningful humanitarian movement.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính attended the Cultural Festival for Peace in Hanoi on Sunday, marking Hanoi's 70th Liberation Day, October the 10th, 1954 to 2024, and the 25th anniversary of UNESCO's City for Peace title. At the event, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, along with leaders of the party, state, and Hanoi City, offered incense at the statue of King Ly Thái Tổ, honoring the ancestors' contributions to the nation and capital. A special flag-raising ceremony followed, with about 10,000 participants recreating the first such ceremony in Hanoi on October the 10th, 1954. The Cultural Festival for Peace aims to showcase the value of culture, peace, and creativity of Thăng Long Hanoi people throughout history. Hanoi is more beautiful than ever these days. Bright flags and flowers shine under the golden sun and azure sky, celebrating the 70th anniversary of the capital's Liberation Day. Strolling through Hanoi's streets during this time, one can better understand why those far away long for the capital's autumn days. Hanoi's autumn possesses a special charm unmatched by any other season.
At 5:30 a.m., Hanoi stirs the life with the familiar sights of newspaper delivery men circling Hoàn Kiếm Lake. Locals take to the streets, exercising or simply traveling along the road to bask in the beautiful weather. Among them is Phie. This time of the year, he makes the habit of cycling around the lake, pausing occasionally to admire the city's beauty. Hanoi during autumn is, at once, both strange and familiar to people.
The city has been renovated, but still retains its ancient charm. It's hard to describe this feeling, but Hanoi always knows how to make itself memorable.
The blue sky and golden autumn sunlight touch people's hearts. Those living far from home, like Hạnh and her husband in France, choose Hanoi's autumn days to return.
Going out and enjoying the weather is really refreshing.
Each Hanoian expresses their love for the city uniquely. Tuấn, for instance, chose to play melodies about Hanoi's autumn for visitors to the capital. This season has become an endless wellspring of inspiration for his artistic soul.
I've witnessed the city's changes. I was born in Hanoi. My house is there, nestled among small streets and alleys.
Hanoi's autumns evoke nostalgia in those living far away, while locals cherish these beautiful days, deepening their love for the city.
Up next, let's have a look at the weather forecast. And that is all that we have this hour on VTV News. To rewatch our program, you can visit our website or YouTube channel or download a mobile app, VTVgo, for more. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.